Hi, Bloomers! Welcome to Bloomboard Thursday. This is the weekly fashion inspiration mini series where ideas bloom before they become outfit. If you have ever wondered how designers come up with ideas, how an outfit starts, or if you're wondering how fashion designers stay inspired, even when you feel stuck, this series is for you. The whole idea about Bloomberg Thursday, it's all about taking one simple theme, mood, or one feeling, or turning it into a visual inspiration board. Think of it as a seed that grows into a full outfit, a pattern, or even a whole collection. We all know that fashion inspiration boards are very important. It gives you direction. It helps you see colors, shapes, texture, and emotions before making a single cut or stitch. And most importantly, they make designing feel less intimidating and more creative. In each episode, I would walk you through how I build my weekly bloom board, what inspires me, where I get my images from, story behind these themes, and how these ideas shape what I create. If you love creativity or fashion, or you're just watching for inspiration or ideas and you want them to come to life, you are in the right place. Welcome to Bloomboard Thursday. Let's get inspired. This is the official welcome to Bloomboard Thursday. This is the step-by-step process of how I get my Bloomboard Thursday looking like this. So if you want to have an inspiration, a fashion inspiration board like this, then come along with me and let's get into it. It's beginner friendly. It's also for people who are already in the business, and it's also for fashion enthusiasts, and it's for anybody who wants to create something and don't know where to get an idea from. You can use the same steps to generate an idea. So before I go into this board, first I ask, what type of outfit do I want to create? What type of outfit? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. What type of outfit do you want to create? Is it a top? Is it a pants? Is it a dress? Is it a shorts? Then I go right here and I ask, how do you want to create it? If I say that, I mean, do you want it long? Do you want it short? Do you want it 3/4? How? Mini, midi, long, full, A-line. Do you want it flare? Do you want it straight? Do you want it gathered? How do you want it? These start to shape your type of idea. After we know what type of fullness or what type of dress we want, if it's a 3/4, if it's a long dress, if it's a short dress, then we combine number one, which is the type of outfit we want to create. So now I know I want to create a dress. And then I'm on number two. What type of dress do I want? So here I know the type of fullness I want. I want a gathered skirt bottom for my dress. Now we know what type of skirt or what type of fullness you want. So we go to the third option. The third option is, what style do I want? This is what you ask yourself. Okay, you want a gathers. How do you want the gathers? You want a natural waistline. You want high waist. You want low waist. You want abdomen type. You know what I mean? Like, due to the corset lately, we have different types of places we can position our waist. So we don't necessarily have to put it on our natural waistline. So where do we want the skirt to start? Now this is where we start asking those questions. We start asking, do we want a sleeve? Do you want that? How do you want your darts? Do you want it to your shoulder? Do you want your darts to your armhole? Do you want it to your shoulder? Do you want it to your center front? What type of dart do you want? This is where that manipulation comes in as well. Then you ask, what type of neckline do you want? Do you want the regular neckline? Do you want the sweetheart neckline? What type of neckline do you want? It all comes in option three. Option three is where you have your structure. This is where your dress is coming into play, into full view. And mind you, you don't necessarily have to have everything. You don't, but you have to write them down. So when you keep writing it down and you start checking the boxes, you would eventually get to what you want to do. But if you just sit there and just think, you'd be thinking for long. But if you start writing it down, from now you know you want a dress, so you want a long dress, to you wanted gathers, then it keeps going and the dress is coming into play, and you can finish it and go like, oh, maybe I don't want it as a gather, but I want it as an A-line. You can come back and change it because now you can visually see what it looks like. Now we're on the fourth, inspiration. Where do you get your inspiration from? I have two places I generate my inspiration from. One is nature, and the second is apps. When I say nature, I'm talking about the sky. See the color of the sky, you see sometimes the clouds. I'm talking about the grass. I'm talking about the trees, the pine trees, the way they look. I'm talking about sunflower, the plant, the color, the middle, the way the petals are. I'm talking about roses. I'm talking about tulips. These are all places you can generate inspiration from. When I talk about apps, I mean where? On Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Lemon 8, on Pinterest. These are the apps I'm talking about. You go there, you look at a picture that inspires you, take a screenshot of it or save it. Create a Pinterest board, create a Lemon 8 board. On Instagram, save it. And also like it so the creators will know that you're doing a good job. Save pictures from different places. Don't just pick one picture and go, oh, I want the same outfit. No. Screenshots as many pictures as you can, because when you get to your board and you start generating your ideas, you would want some and you will eliminate some. So take pictures of enough outfits. Don't just say, oh, I know I want a goddess dress, so I'm only taking pictures of a goddess dress. No. How about you finish the entire board and you don't like it? So take pictures of other things as well. Most of the times, the things that you actually didn't like are the things you end up using, trust me. So my final outfit has gathers, so I screenshots only pictures of gathers instead of just having an A-line through, having a tight outfit, having a loose outfit, having flares or slash and spread, full circle. Because I'm only going for gathers, I take pictures of only gathers and I finish my mood board and I don't like it. Then you have to come back and start the process again. So when you're at your inspiration, you take your time. You take so many pictures. You go outside, you look at nature, you see things that inspire you from nature. You look at things people have created. And then you mix and match. I'm not saying copy directly. I'm saying mix and match. Pick something from here, pick something from there, pick something from here, and add your own touch. That's what fashion is about. It's about your own touch. It's about your own taste. It's about something that speaks to you. That's you. That's your representation. An outfit you wear represents you. How do you want to be represented? Because if I make an outfit, that's how I want to be represented. If I make an outfit, so how do you want to be represented? Let that outfit speak for you. So we gather our inspiration. We know we are certain on what outfit we'll create or what outfit will come out. So now we go to closures. If I say closures, I'm talking about zips, buttons, hook and eyes. What type of closures do you want? You want closures in the front, you want closures in the back. What type of closures do you want? And at the end, when you join all of these together, from what outfit you want to the length, to the type of outfit you want, the style, to the sleeves, to the neckline, to the dot, to the trimmings, to the closures, to everything, the beautification of the dress. When you finish, you would have your final outfit with you. And if you don't like it, you start process of elimination, which is maybe you didn't like something in the outfit and then you can change it. You didn't like the long sleeves, make it short. You didn't like the fullness of the outfit, the bottom, make it lighter. You didn't like the closure, maybe it was a zip, you want a bottom, that's fine. Maybe the corset is a gourmet, maybe you don't want that, you want the lacing, that's also fine. But if you don't put anything down for you to visually see what your work looks like, then everything is just in your head. Now I'm going to walk you through my board. Yay! So this is the board. This is what I made. And this is the example of how it should look like when you are done. For what outfit I want, I know that I wanted a dress, but this is what I was saying, that even if you know you want a dress, still write it. You want a skirt, you want a pants, you want a shorts, you want a top. Still put things down. Give yourself alternatives. So I've given myself alternatives. So when I do my dress and I do my skirt and I do my top, maybe at the end of the day, I would end up with the top and the skirt, or the top and the pants instead of the dress. So Give yourself at least 2 or 3 alternatives. Then we come to how you want it. How do I want it? Do I want it long? Do I want it short? Do I want it 3/4? Do I want it loose? Do I want it tight? Do I want it full? Then we go to what style do I want it? My sleeve, as I was saying, do I want long sleeves? Do I want short sleeve? My gathers, do I want my gathers full? Do I want my gathers a little loose? My flare, how do I want the flare? Do I want the slash and spread to be bigger, or do I want it to be smaller? Because you know, when you slash and spread, you can spread as wide as 3 inches and you can spread as wide as 9 inches. So yeah, what type of top do you want? What type of top inspiration do you want? So here I came down with, I wanted a Victorian type of corset top. Just I don't want the corset. I want the top, the type, the way it moves on the body. That's why I want it like this side. This is what I mean when I say type. I want it the way it snatches your waist and gives you proportion. That's the type of top I wanted. I didn't want a corset top. No. But I'm taking the inspiration from the Victorian corset top. Then I know my waistline. I came down to my waistline. What type of waistline do I want? This is your natural waistline. This is your upper waist, and this is your lower waist. Then I decided I would go for it down here as my lower waist. So I went down here as my lower waist. You see, this is how I wanted my skirt to meet my top in this section. This section. Look at it right there. That's how I wanted my top to meet my skirt. Then I went to what type of neckline. I decided to go for a yoke. Do you want this type of neckline? Do you want the full yoke? Do you want the halter neck? So you see, this is the full yoke in the corner right here, and this is the halter neck. I would attach a picture of the entire mood board. So if you want to screenshot it and look at the details, that's fine too. Then I went to my sleeves. What type of sleeve do I want? Do I want a long sleeve that has elastic at the end? Do I want a small sleeve? Do I want a cup sleeve? Do I want a balloon sleeve? What type of sleeve do I want? Do I want a bishop sleeve? Do I want a Regeling sleeve? This is where my sleeves came in. Now look, this style, I put it here for a reason. If somebody wanted a cape with the sleeve, you don't have to use a yoke. So you have a cape and a sleeve together. So it comes from a cape straight down to a sleeve. See? So somebody can opt for that style. But I just like to cover this side. That's why I went for the yoke that covers my front side. So I put this style inside. It gives somebody else an inspiration that, oh, you can actually have a cape that falls down and becomes a sleeve as well. And that's a very exaggerated long sleeve, which is very beautiful. Then I moved on to nature. What colors do I want? You know, one funny thing is I still haven't decided on my color, which is fine. I still haven't decided on my color. You don't have to finish everything, no. But it's an inspiration. It comes one after the other. So I know what my outfit looks like, but I don't know what color it looks like. So my ideas, I picked ideas from Instagram. I picked ideas from Pinterest as well. And Lemon 8. I like to use Lemon 8 on Instagram a lot. So yeah, that's where I took most of my screenshots from, and then I decided to pin them together. And the pictures, I took them from Pinterest. They are on my Pinterest board. I don't know how to share it, but if I figure it out, I'll share my Pinterest board as well, because I have so many idea inspiration in there, so you can look at it. And guys, we are ready for the big review. Yay! And this is the biggest review. Not yet. We still have some more. I know. It's like somebody goes like, is she crazy? No, I'm not. So I'm starting from the sleeve. I decided to go with the bishop sleeve. I slash and I spread. That's the type of sleeve I want to go for. When I finish, it would be puff down there. Remember I said I wanted the Victorian corset style. Remember? So this is how my top looks like, and this is how my back looks like. I just put the lace in here, but on my final outfit, it doesn't have it. But I was just drawing it for you to see how I put my ideas together. Here is my front, here is my back. And then I said front, that's corset bone. So these are the lines. If I wanted to make a corset, this is how I would have cut it, with the bone-in lines directly and everything. This is how the front would have come out, and this is how the back would have come out. But because it's a dress, I'm doing it differently. And my skirt, first I said this was a 3/4, and I was like, oh no, I just wanted it longer. So I put the extra lines to determine that this is a long skirt. And I'm going to have trimmings on the top. The trimmings will be between the top and the yoke. That's how my yoke looks like. It was funny. I don't know how to draw it. So this is how I got it. So this is my yoke. My yoke would be long sleeve, but it will be fabric short and then lace long. This is how, so I wrote things down. See, I said long, short, elastic together, either bishop sleeve. I'm trying to think about what I want, but I wrote everything down. So now I have idea generation from the mood board, and I put my idea generation on one paper. This is what my idea generation looks like. So after that, we are ready for the final review. So when you're generating your ideas, I need you to put them on a board like this. So when it comes out at the end of the day and you don't like it, you can change it. You can make a switch. You can always go back and change something. But if it's just in your head, it's just jumbled up. So I hope this tutorial helped, and this is how I create my fashion inspiration board, which I call my Bloom Board Thursday. And I would make sure I post every Thursday for the Bloom Board Thursday so you guys can see the idea generation of what I have done. And also on Saturday, you see the entire outfit. So this outfit is going to come out on Saturday. We're going to sew it and put it together, even though I still don't know what color, but that should be the surprise then. But we're going to sew the outfit and then we come out together. So on Saturday, I try and make a short video of the outfit, and I'll post the outfit tutorial as well on Tuesday, so you can get the pattern if you want to make one for yourself. And I already have a beginner's pattern video, so how to make your own pattern step by step by yourself. So if you are interested, stay tuned for Saturday and Tuesday. Thank you, Bloomers, for staying with me till the end. And I appreciate you all and I love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye now. See you on Saturday.